Hare Krishna, beautiful beings of the universe. This video I'm making about the concept of spiritual path of reaching to God, or the second path, which is the material way, wherein you make a goal and work towards its completion. Like, for example, if you want to be a millionaire, or a billionaire, or a trillionaire, or whatever is your goal. So, how these two seemingly very different things eventually merge into the same thing. So, see, first of all, there are three states. So, one is that of ignorance, passion, and goodness. And in Krishna Bhagwan has said those three modes as tamas, rajas, and sattva. So, tamas, rajas, and sattva are basically the three modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So, a human life constantly revolves around these three modes. So when you are in a state of ignorance, you feel scared, you feel fear of the world. You feel, oh, how am I going to secure my life here on the planet? How am I supposed to get money and stuffs like that? How am I supposed to keep myself healthy? You know, all of these things. That is your state of ignorance. Then there is rajas mode, which is passion. In that mode, a person takes on into the action zone and they keep on working, working, working. Like, for example, a person who wants to be rich, who wants to be a millionaire or a billionaire, they are very much busy in trying to figure out the how to find the right set of people who they can work with, in terms of making the plan, who are their target audiences, how are they going to serve. First of all, the product that they're making, is that worthy to the customers? Because clearly, if you're creating something which is not of use to the people, it's not going to help. And then the third, which is the highest, is sattva, rajas, tamas. Sattva. So sattva, the divine state, in which you can feel the love for the divine, love for the God, Krishna, Krishna consciousness. So, so why this and the material mode are actually one and the same? See, first of all, staying in the ignorant state, like, for example, if you are lazy and your life is absolutely in completely messed up order, then you might think, oh, this is not serving me, so let me at least improve something. So, for example, if you are somebody who sleeps a lot every day and you are not doing anything meaningful and you are not happy with that, so then you would question yourself, maybe I want to lift myself up and I want to I want to make my life little bit better by maybe waking up earlier, for example. Or after waking up early, what are you going to do? That is the question. So waking up is not that much of a problem. The problem is, why we do not wake up early is because we know that we are going to face our own problems. So we are scared because we are scared of not just the problem. The thing is, we do not have the answer as yet. So we want to have the answer, but we do not have it. So right now at this state, I say I wake up and I do not have an answer to my problem. But I'm in a rush to find the answer. And that rush causes you anxiety. I'm saying you, but actually I'm giving you my example because I study myself, right? I'm a completely self-observant student in my own life. So, so the thing here is, you do not have a solution as yet, and that's what creates the problem. Because right now, being here, wherein you have to study the problem, and you want to reach to the completed state where you have already completed the problem. But the thing is, you cannot find the solution without being in this process of sitting with the problem. So the very act of avoiding the problem is the problem. So that means if you have a problem, you should not run out of it, but get into it. It's like you're at one end of a road, and let's say you are taking a morning walk at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, I do not wake up at 4, but I'm just giving example. Let's say there is a sage, a monk, who wakes up at 4 o'clock every day, and then they are walking towards the Ganges River to take a dip. And giving very nice, beautiful example of some beautiful saint in Vrindavan in India, for example. So that saint now wakes up and he's going for the walk. So, being at the point where he's starting, he might see that there is a lot of mist on the road. It's very hazy, it's very foggy because it's winter and he has to walk towards the Ganges. But if he does not take the first step and if he does not keep walking till the Ganges, he's not going to make it to the Ganges. So, he needs to keep walking despite the mist and the fog. So, that is our problem as well. So, if we have the problem, we must be okay with sitting with the problem and keep on walking with it. So you observe it. That is what is observation. So we are going to sit with it, and also just in the mere observance of it, that means you are just observing your problem. That itself, a strange energy comes in from within that tells you all the answers. And strangely, we all have all of the awareness of the answers to all of our problems. But the thing is, we do not want to accept it that you yourself have the answer, because we are conditioned since childhood, and the problem is we began our life as a child. So that small child which needed the attention of the parents, which needed so much of hand holding for food and for existence survival, now even though you have grown up, your mind still is operating out of that older patterns, that you need somebody else to validate that this is this, yes, you're right, this is the solution to the problem. Though actually you know within yourself, you have all of the answers to your own problems, whatever it may be, whatever sort. And then if you think that, no, but my problem is how do I find the right people to work with? So that solution also actually you have within yourself. So before you go out and try to figure out in the outer world people with whom you need to work, so before that is first of all you need to see how and why. So why are you going to go with those people and work with them, and what is the end result? Like, are you expecting a goal which you are fearful that you may or may not achieve? So let's say you are, let's say for example you want to be a racer, an athlete, and now you need to find a good coach, but you find that there are no good coaches. Everybody you found so far is a cheat. They are not telling you all of the tactics of how to be a better athlete. So then you start to think, oh, can I actually be a good athlete now? Because I'm not able to find good coaches. But if you look close, you can find out that there is enough material on the internet for you to study who are the great athletes, what was their ways of becoming a good athlete, what was the exercises that they did, what was the diet that they had. So now that needs a lot of work as you are doing all of the study for yourself, by yourself. So that needs discipline. That needs a lot of calling for your action, for your work. But we do not want to work for ourselves. We want to work for others, because then that gives us a limited zone of scope. So that's the reason why we like to work in corporates, because the work is small. Now, the challenge with working for yourself is, you see, the amount of work is magnanimous, it's humongous. And you see, there is no end to it. And you see, there is no salary coming in. But why we like to work in organizations is, first of all, you can chill, you can relax. There's not much work. Everybody knows, and you are going to get monthly salary. But the downside of that is you're not zooming in to the real problem statement, which is what you were born for, and all of that amount of work that you need to do for yourself. But here's the catch: like, even if you go back, why you want to work that much? So because of this illusion that you are the doer, and because of that we don't want to work, because we think, oh, I'm so tired, it's so painful, it's disgusting. Yeah, then that's not your work, because working for yourself means you do something that you love. It's not to prove to the outer world that I'm so and so. And if you just want to be a millionaire only to show to the world that, like, I have $1 million now and I'm doing some boring job trying to create that million, again at the end of that you are going to come to the point, what do I want now? Like, what do I truly love? I have this $1 million now, but what am I to do with that? What do I love doing? Because all that was just some technical process I did, some sort of share market study I did, and I read the charts and I did this and that. Now I made up all that money. But that was that truly loving for you? Like, do you, if you love maths and you love reading charts and market study, then that's very good. If you are enjoying that, because see, this is the thing, you must enjoy what you are doing. If it's music, as a musician, I would just want to enjoy any sort of thing that I'm doing, any sort of song that I'm singing, any song of music that I'm playing, if I can replicate the melody I have in my head onto my instrument, guitar, keyboard, handpan, drum, whatever, flute, trumpet, any of my instruments that I play, all of these. So then I would think, okay, wow, this is fun now because I'm able to uh, bring my imagination into life. But if you are just after money just because you think that probably you can have initial states of lot of joy trying to buy that aeroplane, and because you're so rich now, you might own an island in some place and you might enjoy doing those vacations, and yeah, that would be very fascinating, interesting. But after a while, you will think, I want to explore even further. I want to expand my state of enjoyment also. So then you might think, okay, let me buy a ticket to Mars or Moon. And by then, in few years' time, when all of this would be possible, if you are rich, you can travel out of Earth. So then you would make extraterrestrial plans and you would travel outside Earth. And you would, but still, all of these experiences are nice because experiences are good, and that's what we all want to do. We want to experience and feel happy in the now, whatever doing that means. Enjoying a good food, enjoying a good travel, enjoying sitting and having a good conversation with somebody you like, good friend or a partner or whatever. But then the thing that I'm trying to come at is to be able to yeah, so see, the point of my topic was, how are we going to see that the material path of success and spiritual path are both one and the same thing, because both of this needs discipline. Even if your goal is to become a millionaire, you're not going to become millionaire without doing the those without walking those 1,000 steps. So if the plan says to become a billionaire, you have to walk these 1,000 steps and do such and such things. You have to walk those 1,000 steps now, and that means you would also need to fail so many times. You would also have a lot of unpleasant experiences. Those unpleasant experiences and failures that you would encounter on your way to becoming a millionaire, those are your purification steps. So those pains, those failures, because there's no success without failure. So if you have not failed so many times, your chances of becoming a millionaire is very remote. And the same thing is in the path of bhakti also, in devotion also. So you see that when one sits to chant, the mind is like so restless. It says, Arey, don't chant. I want to do something else. I want to do something else. So, like that. Yeah, so eventually, the path to devotion and the material success, both of these will take you to the same point, because the whole process is about removing the rubbish from your mind, from your body, from your spirit. So the cleansing needs to happen in your body, mind, and spirit. And once you have made a sort of success in material plane, then you would look to move to the higher planes. And that is nothing but devotion, because truly the only truth is in the God. And without that love, you cannot be happy into anything that you do, because there's no meaning to life without love, and that pure love is only with the God. So chant and be happy. Hare Krishna. Bye.